This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And that breaking news tonight, moments ago, the man arrested in connection with the shooting death of a healthcare CEO in Midtown Manhattan, now officially charged with murder. This story has been changing all day and night.
26-year-old Luigi Mangione is currently being held without bail in Pennsylvania.
We're learning more about his final moments of freedom in a McDonald's restaurant in Altoona.
As for a motive, minutes ago, we learned about a new and explosive clue found in his backpack.
We're covering all the angles of this breaking story tonight. We're going to begin with Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger, live in Altoona, Pennsylvania, with all the latest information. Josh.
And Bill and Sandra, we're here outside that McDonald's where Luigi Mangione's flight for freedom ended at breakfast time today. But as you say, we now know a lot more about his potential.
Yo, I don't understand it. Like, you go through all of that. You shoot this guy with a silencer. You get away out of New York just to be caught at a McDonald's trying to get some pancakes. Come on, man. Like, what? Yo. And then to hear that, like, oh, he was in an Ivy League school, like, that's supposed to mean something. Like, that's supposed to mean that, he's smarter than the average bear. No. If he was smart, he wouldn't have gotten caught. All right? It's game over for you, Luigi. It's game over.
Motive in this case, 3 sloppily written, handwritten pages in his backpack that law enforcement found here today. They referred specifically to United Healthcare and spoke about his disdain for the healthcare industry, including these specific quotes, quoting now, "These parasites had it coming." And he continued, quote, "I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but," he said, "it had to be done." He is now done. After 5 days of freedom,
that was a good one.
Luigi Mangione is now in custody here in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Masked no more, Luigi Mangione spent a few seconds out in the open tonight before Altoona police drove him to court. A nationwide manhunt finally over, thanks to an eagle-eyed diner at a McDonald's and a rookie cop who answered a call and confronted a nervous-looking young man wearing a surgical mask.
As soon as we pulled that down, or we asked him to pull it down, me and my partner and I recognized him immediately.
The 26-year-old Mangione was eating at this McDonald's nearly 300 miles from New York, a bus ticket in his pocket, when a fellow customer recognized him from pictures released by the NYPD. An employee called 911.
So it was a customer. Okay, see, now we're hearing different things in the story. So it was the customer was like, yo, that white boy looked like that guy who killed that white guy in Manhattan. Yeah, that looked like him. See, sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes you need Karens or, people to be nosy and look at people and be like, yeah, him right there, looks suspicious. All right, so, yeah. And then they went and called the cops or went to the McDonald's employee and said, hey, listen, that white boy right there, I think it's that guy that killed that guy in Manhattan. And they're like, oh, yeah, it does look like him. So they call the cops, and he's there waiting for his pancakes or whatever, or eating his pancakes, the McDonald's big breakfast. He probably got some pancakes, sausage, bacon, biscuit, and everything, and little flipping packet of butter and everything that they give you and stuff like that. That is hard to melt and stuff like that. And a little 1 packet of syrup, and then you gotta beg them for another packet of syrup and everything. So now he probably enjoyed it because he realized that, yo, I'm done. And then after he enjoyed it and he looked up, I was like, oh, shoot, the cops. What can you do? Because either you're going to try to run and get blown away or just be like, yo, you know what? It is what it is. The jig is up.
911 and Officer Tyler Fry, 6 months on the job, made the rest of a career.
He had asked the suspect if he had been in New York City recently, and that really invoked a physical reaction from the suspect. He became visibly nervous, kind of shaking at that question.
It feels good to get a guy like that off the street, especially
starting a career
this way. It feels great.
Police say Mangione was wearing clothing and a mask consistent with the Midtown killing suspects and carried a passport and multiple fake IDs, including the very one the killer used to check into this youth hostel on Manhattan's Upper West Side. When they searched Mangione, they found a ghost gun, possibly made with a 3D printer, complete with a silencer, and 3 handwritten pages expressing anger at the insurance industry. Within minutes of the arrest, a convoy of New York cops hit the road, lights and sirens, to confirm Mangione is the man they say stalked United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside the Midtown Manhattan Hilton Wednesday morning, leading to this massive search that involved hundreds, perhaps 1,000 New York police officers.
Some of these detectives that are standing behind me haven't been home since Tuesday when this incident happened. They've been working this case tirelessly, around the clock.
The class of 2016 has been coming up with new ideas and challenging the world around it.
Mangione grew up in Maryland, where he was the valedictorian of his prep school class and has a bachelor's and master's in engineering from the University of Pennsylvania. It's not clear how he developed such animus toward the healthcare industry.
So he has all of that, went to school, probably got into debt, who knows, maybe mommy or daddy paid for it. And all of that to blow away a damn United Healthcare CEO. All of that, your engineering and a master's degree in engineering and everything, where you could have been making, 6 figures easily, you decide to do this. And now we're going to find out what the hell was his motive, all right? Because he did stalk him. And then I'm going to say it, I said it before in a previous video, and shout out to everybody who watched my videos, really appreciate it. Shout out to all my subscribers, thank you so much. And my future subscribers, thank you, I really appreciate it. But how is it, and I just want to say this, how is it that he was allowed to stand and stalk this guy? Because I know if I were to do that, if I were to be in a hoodie standing outside of New York Hilton Hotel, this is what would have happened. I would have been able to been there for possibly, maybe 5 minutes before NYPD come up and say, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for somebody." Who you waiting for? That's what they would have done. They would have questioned me. But because, and I'm going to be straight, because it's a young, possibly homelessly looking white dude, they're like, it is what it is. Or possibly they say, oh, he's probably waiting for a friend or whatever. Yeah, he waited for the friend, all right. And he blew him away. Sad.
Or how or why he targeted Thompson, the father of 2 boys, not much younger than his accused killer.
In some dark corners, this killer is being hailed as a hero. Hear me on this. He is no hero.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Some of these ignoramuses on TikTok and stuff like that, I don't think I saw it on Instagram, but mainly TikTok, kind of really are dumb. And then you have some people that were dressing up like him. I'm like, yo, they need to get hit over the head with a soft baseball bat. They need to get hit over the head with a sock from Homie Don't Play That, from Living in Color. What in the world were they thinking that was a good idea? Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
The real hero in this story is the person who called 911 at McDonald's this morning.
The New York cops believe Mangione skipped town just around 45 minutes after the shooting Wednesday morning from the Uptown GWB bus station. We now learn today from the governor of Pennsylvania that he has been over the last couple of days all across the Keystone State, from Philadelphia in the east to Pittsburgh in the west, and now this morning here to Altoona. But he has an extradition hearing scheduled as early as Wednesday. He could be back in New York by the end of the week to face a charge of first-degree murder. We're live in Altoona, Pennsylvania tonight. Josh Einiger, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Josh Einiger. Thank you, Eyewitness News. Thank you for all the cops that were tirelessly working and making sure they did what they had to do to find this maniac. Thank you for the customer of McDonald's who saw him like, that white boy looks very suspicious. I think that's that killer. And thank you to the McDonald's worker who did what needed to be done and said, you know what, I'm gonna call 911 and be like, yeah, 911 emergency. Yeah, I think the white boy who killed that white guy, yes, I think that's him right there. Okay, we're coming. And shout out to the rookie police officer who made the arrest, who used logic and was calm and questioned this guy and said, hey, listen, you coming downtown. It's over. It's over for you, Luigi. Game over. Game over.